Hello, world of YouTube. I'm Raj, and this is kind of the first vlog for me. And I'm doing pretty good. I'm just chilling out here in my room, my big room with my space heater going. And it's usually where I chill out unless I'm working or walking around and listening to music or hanging out with my friends or doing something ridiculous or random. I would consider this pretty random, but that's okay, because I'm just having a little bit of fun anyway, so whatever. As I said, I'm doing pretty awesome, and I hope you guys are doing even more awesome, because, I like to see people who are happy. But the topic of today's conversation has to do with fast food. I abstained for it for a little while, and yesterday my roommate brought up this interesting piece of information, which was that McDonald's was the largest purchaser of cow eyeballs, which I thought was absolutely disgusting, seeing as I dissected one when I was in high school. And I thought it was kind of odd. And a couple weeks ago I had heard the same thing, and I just searched it on Google on my phone, and pretty much read that no. But last night he brought it up, and so I decided to do a little bit of research into the subject. Anyway, so is McDonald's the world's largest purchaser of cow eyeballs? And based on my research, I found out that no, they are not. I've heard McDonald's has used some pretty interesting ingredients in their hamburgers, or sandwiches as they're called, over the past few years, whether it be earthworms, kangaroo, camel, etc. Which, leads me to the first bit of information that I came across, was that they actually label their sandwiches as they contain 100% pure, inspected, either USDA or whatever, government is inspecting it, with no additives, fillers, or extenders. So that would mean it's 100% pure beef, not 100% of the beef, which would actually rule out eyeballs. And further into my research, I actually found out that cow eyeballs actually go for $2 or more per eyeball, because they're used in scientific research, whether it be biology, anatomy courses. As I mentioned, I even dissected an eyeball in high school, and they have to be paid for, so they are actually kind of a commodity in some way. It's kind of weird that meat that we eat is actually cheaper than the eyeball of the cow. And similarly, as I found out before, earthworms themselves actually cost more per pound than beef, which is really interesting. And I think those little earthworms should realize that when it starts raining, don't come out of your little hole and die, because you're expensive. You're creepy, but you're expensive. Okay? So that would mean that if McDonald's puts eyeballs into their burgers, then they should actually start charging more for their burgers, because cow eyeballs are just more expensive, right? I do eat the stuff every once in a while because it's cheap and quick, but definitely not good for you. Fast food is not good for you at all. But to each their own. And if you want to go and mow down on a Big Mac, then so be it. I don't like them. I prefer McNuggets or a McChicken. If you buy me McChicken, make sure there's no sauce on it, or a quarter pounder with only cheese. I don't like condiments because it takes away from the taste of the cheese and the meat. I hope that's sufficient. Anyway, peace, love, and happiness.